in some way,
let's just follow what you're saying.
This.
Sorry to interrupt you. This is interesting, though. Let's take what you're saying and follow it to its logical conclusion. Are you saying there aren't Africans of sufficient ability living in the continent at the moment to fix the continent's problems? Is that... Am I understanding you right?
Yes, absolutely. We don't have enough ability to do what we need to do to get out of it.
There are Africans in Africa that are able to rule things and make things better. But those ones who are in government, they block Africans who have something to offer. We are campaigning and trying to get people to come and invest, but we forget that Africa belongs to Africans, and Africans themselves need to be able to invest and make Africa great.
I believe that heat rises to the top. If you're very good and you're good at what you do, eventually you'll make your way to the top. Just keep striving on. It may take you a bit more time, and I do believe that there are many Africans in Africa that can do things let's
take an example. Let's imagine a doctor is watching this program, an African doctor is watching this program in Dubai. Does he have a moral duty to go home and to take his expertise home to help build on what the developed world is giving Africa?
Not at all. He has a moral duty to make sure he can provide for his family to the best that he can, to the best of his ability. As far as what he can do for any given country, at the end of the day, the world just does not work like that. Yep, the brain drain is a massive problem, but what Africa needs to alleviate, well, the problem that we have to overcome is make sure that the economics and political environment is good enough to sustain a profession of that caliber.
Let's make sure we find room to hear from people on the blog as well. Shaima, what's come in the last few minutes?
Mohammed in Liberia posted on a blog saying, I expect Mr. Obama to implement the following policies in Africa: good governance, enhance accountability on gross domestic products, and equal distribution of wealth, among others. Muthi in Nairobi says, the solution to African problems is not pegged on more aid from the West, rather on internal African paradigms on which Obama has no control. Steve in Boston says, Obama is not king. He's the President of the United States and can do nothing without the approval of the U.S. Senate and the House of Representatives. And Derek in Trinidad writes on the blog, yes, they expect too much. They see Obama as a superhero who will magically solve their problems.
Shaima, thank you very much. Let's just bring in Brett one last time from the Heritage Foundation. We've heard lots of expectations. Just quickly in 20 seconds, do you think President Obama can ever meet them?
Well, I think that the expectations are unreasonable. Africans need to look to their own governments for the policies that will allow them to seize the opportunities that will allow them to provide for themselves and their families. Obama can only do so much. The United States can only do so much. The future of Africa lies with its people and lies with its governments, and they need to take responsibility for that. Too long, African leaders have pointed abroad for the source of their problems, and they need to take responsibility for what has been successful, but more importantly, what's not have been successful.
A great pleasure having you on the program. Thanks also to Gawain in L'Aquila in Italy, to Tabs in Johannesburg, Christabel in Washington, D.C. The three of you, you told me at the beginning of the program what you wanted. Being realistic, is President Obama going to give it to you? Just very quickly.
Given the fact that he asked Sorry Gaddafi this morning, I know how beneficial corruption actually is and how much healthcare costs are. Being realistic, I don't think there'll be much change.
Alice?
Well, I think he should address the issue of AFRICOM, which is the military base, America's military base in Africa. He should address it and allow Africans to develop.
And Tony?
At the moment, we don't know what his policy is towards Africa. So what I've said about the investment is only an expectation. For me, if you ask me, the greatest benefit that his visit is going to give the country now is that of image. It enhances Ghana's image. That is all for now.
It's been a pleasure having you on the program. Nelson and Alice as well. I'm afraid our time is up on today's World Have Your Say. Thanks to all of you who've contributed. Now, we know this isn't a subject that can be opened and closed in half an hour, so if you would like to carry on the conversation, do go to the blog at worldhaveyoursay.com. And you can also watch a special program about President Obama's trip to Africa on Saturday on BBC World News at 12 GMT. Thanks very much indeed for your company. I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.